Simon, it's now officially confirmed you're the new manager of Gateshead Ladies. First off, just how are you feeling to get the job?
I'm over the moon, to be honest. Obviously there's jobs being available the last couple of weeks, and kind of went through an interview process, and delighted to be selected. Delighted for the club to pick me as an individual who's hopefully going to take the team onto the next level. And obviously with myself, I've got coaching aims to coach at the highest level, and I think it's an exciting project.
And for you, of course, you came in towards the back end of last season in an assistant role. How do you feel like that might help you in terms of settling in and implementing your style of play with the lasses a bit?
I would say probably the biggest things, the relationships of the players kind of been set up from the back end of last season. I kind of know about the players in terms of, like, obviously on the field, off the field, and definitely it makes it a bit more easier. There's that bit of continuity, so I'm not coming into it new, but obviously I've got my own ideas from the club in terms of what we want to do going forward, and I think it sets us in good stand to be able to implement those.
You mentioned your ideas there. Do you have kind of a style of play that you're looking to implement particularly?
If I'm honest, it's similar to the first team of the men's here, and I think it's going to be an ongoing process in terms of the Gateshead identity, in terms of possession based, when we haven't got the ball, being able to press high, and I think that's something definitely for the future in terms of, obviously the academy is now coming into it. The academy's trying to play like the men's senior team into that Gateshead identity, and I think it's something that now hopefully we can implement with the ladies in terms of the Gateshead way of playing, and definitely it suits me in terms of my ideas of a coach, and hopefully over the course of this season we can implement that style of play and kick on.
Coming into the job, of course, now a bit of work to be done until the season does get going on the 22nd of August, but how are things looking on the signings front in terms of whether it's retaining girls who were here last season or bringing in new faces?
I think the big thing is that we've managed to keep the core of players, and pretty much everybody's decided to stay on board. Obviously there's a few that have naturally had offers from teams in our league and higher up, but I think it's something to speak highly about in terms of the ambition of the club that players have decided to stay. There's a couple of new faces that will be introduced in the coming weeks, and again it's just making sure that we've got the right fit of players, the right quality in terms of on the field but also off the field in terms of attitude, and hopefully that goes hand in hand in terms of application, and we can meet our goals going forward.
Of course, you're stepping into the role on the back of a promotion last season, so for you, what do you feel like your aims are and what the club's aims should be for the season?
I think definitely it's going again and aiming to try and get promoted again, challenging as highly as we can. Obviously it's a higher league, in terms of we've played a few teams from that league above, and obviously until we get into the league and into our fixtures and we get to know what the teams are like, we'll get to understand of the standard. But definitely for myself, it's making sure that we are as competitive as possible, and hopefully come the end of the season we're up there challenging for promotion.